Hello everybody, welcome on into a brand new episode of Taste Test. My name is Sean, and every Wednesday and Saturday I try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition for your viewing pleasure. For more, subscribe and ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Have a suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. You might see it on a future episode of Taste Test. Today, we have Taco Bell chicken nuggets. Got to get used to this desk and actually having room to leave the bag on the table so I don't have to lean over like a doofus. But hey, it's a work in progress. I gotta move this PlayStation 2 iToy out of the way. And then this very important paperwork to tell me to get connected to PlayStation, whatever it's called, PlayStation Underground. There we go. Now the Taco Bell is there. That's right. You heard me correctly. Taco Bell now has chicken nuggets. They just launched today, and I am excited to try them. I forgot to pull them out of the bag. There are 3 sauces available with the chicken nuggets. We have the Bell sauce, which that's upside down, so that's not super helpful. We have the Bell sauce. We have the jalapeno honey mustard. And we have the one that I thought I was going to skip, but I didn't realize that it was actually Fire Ranch. Like that, I think that's the sequel to Fire Country. Boom, CBS joke for you. Fire Country. I noticed the other day, I was like, they really like specific voices for certain shows, depending on what they're advertising. And they want you to know that Fire Country is tough. I'm a deep manly man. Oh, I forgot to get extra cheese. Wait, did I get my extra cheese? Well, there's 85 cents down the toilet. All right. So you can get them in 5 or a 10-piece set. This is going to sound like an ad for a second, but you can get them in a 5 or a 10-piece set. This is not the most appetizing, I will admit. They are all white meat chicken in the middle, and they are like a tortilla chip outside. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, they smell like chicken nuggets. Kind of smell like overdone. There's definitely a seasoning to it. Feels like maybe they got cooked a little too long. Oh, I'm going to put my chips back in the bag. Anyway, I don't know that Taco Bell really needs chicken nuggets. Of course, I am here on the day that they released buying them, so it's a little bit like, oh, I don't know that they need them, and I'm buying them anyway, so I am part of the problem. I'm curious, I guess, enough, but I don't know. It just seems like kind of a weird thing to have. We'll try one, kind of, I guess, dry. That's actually not bad. I like the amount of crust or exterior there is to the interior. I think nuggets and strips can be a little bit tricky to get that balance just right. I like a little bit more, like if it's a 50-50 split, I like it just a slight bit more toward the crispy outside as opposed to the all white meat inside. And I think that's where some stuff gets stuck, where it's a little too much of like the chicken interior, but I want more of the crunch of the outside. But these are solid. There's like a decent flavor. I don't know that the tortilla chip exterior comes through all that much. I think there's a little bit of it there, but it's not a super strong flavor. It also doesn't provide much of a different texture. It just tastes or has a texture of a really solidly cooked nugget, and that's kind of what you're looking for. Let's try it with some of the sauces. We'll go with Fire Ranch this fall on CBS. No one under the age of about 45 is going to get a CBS joke. Their programming skews very much towards the older side. I'm not trying to be mean. It just does. A little bit of Fire Ranch there. I sprayed a little bit on my thumb on accident, and it had a pretty good kick. That center bite wasn't quite as satisfying. No, here. I guess we can just lick the lid. I mean, it's ranch. There's nothing special about that. There's nothing special about that. There's a little bit of kick of the heat towards the back of toward the back. So I guess that's kind of nice. I think that's about what you would want, would just be like, here's ranch with a kick. But it doesn't add any flavor. That's usually the problem that I run into with some of the spicy stuff, is that it just kind of tastes hot, or like it doesn't have much of a flavor. That's kind of what this is. It's just like, oh, there's like a heat to what is ranch. I don't know. Let's try this cheesy jalapeno honey mustard. Smells pretty good. I don't know if there's much jalapeno in there. It's interesting to try like chicken nuggets with honey mustard, because honey mustard is one of those flavors too that I think is like a little bit tricky to get balanced correctly. I think I like mine a slight bit more toward the honey side, but again, it's that if it's 50-50, it's only like a 55-45 split. And I think you could go probably like 5% the other way, where it leans a little bit more toward the mustard, and it's okay. It's when it's like too honey-y or too mustardy that you're like, what's the point? All right. I didn't really get much of a good flavor. This is thick honey mustard, which I don't know. A little bit of heat. It's decent. I'm going to dip my finger in. That feels like a weird thing to do, but it's also just mine. I think the chicken just kind of overpowers everything. I don't think it's a super strongly flavored sauce. Still getting that heat, but smells like it leans a little bit more toward the honey side, but I don't know. I'm not getting a great flavor profile out of that. Maybe it's just me. I'd be willing to do that. Blame myself. Yeah, I would say that skews more toward. There's a decent kick of the jalapeno. I don't think that flavor is really that present, and I think it skews a little bit more toward the honey side. But I don't feel wildly confident in it, because I just don't think it's really. Excuse me. I don't think it has a lot of flavor. I don't. Seems like that sauce is kind of a miss. Hold on. Can't believe it. Local man chokes on Taco Bell sauce. Okay, so here we have the Bell sauce, which I don't really know what this is. It doesn't really matter. I don't know why I'm smelling that. This doesn't have much of a scent either. There's something about these sauces is really weird. They are so thick. This has to be some sort of, I'm guessing it's like some sort of like Chipotle or something. Try that. What am I looking for here? And why am I not finding it? What are you supposed to be? You smell Chipotle-y, like a hint of barbecue in there, but I'm not getting I'm not getting the flavor. Am I dooming myself by eating a chicken? What are you? I guess you're kind of barbecue-y, kind of Chipotle-y. A little more on the barbecue side. I do think the flavor is pretty weak, because I took two pretty solid licks of that. That's a weird way to phrase that. But it's what happened. You watched it. I just think that the sauces are the sauces seem under-flavored, and the chicken just powers over everything. It's not good when I look at like all three of them. And the ranch is the only one that like really sticks out, and that's because it's ranch. And then it's like a kick of the heat. Like, there's nothing special about it. But I just feel like the other two are, one, very thick, and two, underwhelming from a flavor profile. That just, I shouldn't be sitting here going like, I think it's there. I think I'm flavoring. I think I have that flavor. Because like I think of other like nuggets that I eat, and it's like the flavor pops. Those sauces like go well with the chicken nuggets that I'm eating. But this one, these feel like a miss. However, the nuggets, pretty solid. I think they're worth trying. I don't think that they are the best. I was more impressed with the first bite that I had, and then as I kind of worked through it, it was like, oh, the proportion on the ends, or the proportion? No, that's not correct. Ratio. That's what I was looking for. The ratio of like crust to meat was pretty good on the ends, but the middle was a little bit too on the white chicken side of things, and it was a little dry. But the flavor is pretty strong. I think the exterior is crunchy and good, and I think it's an interesting thing. It's an item that I wouldn't have necessarily needed or thought that we would get. This wasn't on my 2024 bingo card, but here we are. We have it on our bingo card, and you can try it right now. Again, you can find it in a 5-piece or a 10-piece. They think it was fairly reasonably priced. I think the 5-piece was like $4, $3.50, something like that. I bought a bunch of other stuff, so excuse me. So I don't know. So there you go. If you'd like to try it, go to Taco Bell. See if it's there. It launched on December 19th, which is when I'm recording this. So there you go. This one's getting out. Bam. Right quick. So that you can see if you like the Taco Bell nuggets. If you do, let me know down in the comment section below. If you're going to skip it, you can tell me that as well. You can also leave suggestions for future episodes down there, and then subscribe over here where my hands are. That'll subscribe you to the channel. If you want to be notified, ring the bell right down below, and you'll be notified for when videos post. You can check out more Taste Test right over here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time here on Taste Test. As always, bon appetit.